Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and the adjudicators. My name is Jocelyn Kristanti from SMAN1 Padangsidimpuan in North Sumatra. And I'm here representing the government team as the first speaker on the motion of arranging students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance rather than on their age. So as we all may know, the commonly school that we see every day, whether it being elementary school, junior high school, or senior high school, all three of them will most likely to arrange their students based on their age, based on their birth year, instead of their intelligence or their academic performance. Well, this house will arrange their students in classrooms based on their intelligence and academic performance rather than on their age. Now, before I go to my arguments, I would like to explain what is academic performance. Now, academic performance is the extent to which a student, a teacher, or institution has attained their educational goals, whether it being short-term or long-term educational goals. And also, academic performance is commonly measured through examination or continuous assessments. Well, this is something that we can see every day. In every school, we'll find it very common that they will use examinations and continuous assessments for their students to fill. Now, let me jump to my argument. Number one, with the ability of each student and having it even, it will be better and quicker for the studying activities to be done. And the materials and the curriculums will be reached in an easier way and in the more balanced way in between students and teachers. Now, as we all may know, there are students with high academic levels and there are students with low academic levels. It is something that are inevitable for us, and obviously common sense that we cannot force each student to have an even academical levels. Now, with the arrangement of classrooms based on their academic performance and their intelligence level, it will create a balanced system, a balanced studying activities, and of course, it will be easier not only for teachers but also for students. Now, the teachers can focus to every student with the same intensity, and they all will know the same thing on the same time. And that will help a lot for the classroom to have a high harmony and to have a balanced system of education. And this argument is supported by the fact that this kind of classroom arrangement impacts the teachers' and students' attitude towards school. This is said by Denton on 1992. Well, I agree with this sentence because when the classroom is arranged by the students' capability of learning, this will impact their attitude, and this will help the high intelligence student to realize that they are not the only one and wouldn't tend to feel lazy in studying. Whereas the low academical students wouldn't feel low about themselves. And not only that, the teachers will have the perfect attitude for each student, for each classroom, because everyone has even capabilities. Now, on my point number two, the students with high academical levels will be able to improve themselves better and will be able to compete with the students on their level. And this is something that is amazing and that is definitely better for them. And not only that, the students with low academical levels will then feel low about themselves and can also improve their skills by depending on their capabilities. Well, if we have the students with different kind of intelligence level, with different academical performance, the teacher's focus will be imbalanced. The teachers might focus on only the high academical students to improve them better and neglect the students with low academical levels. Or the reverse can happen. The students with low academical levels will be the only one that's focused, and the student with high academical levels will be neglected on their expectations to improve themselves better. Now, with the arrangement of the students based on their capabilities and their academical performance, each student will have that perfect focus on them. The high academical students will get a focus to improve their capabilities, to sharpen their skills, while the low academical student will have a chance to make themselves better and will make themselves knowledgeable. My argument in here is supported by the fact that the importance of classroom arrangement will influence classroom's climate and the students' relationships with each other. This is said by Guest and Rodkin in 2011. Of course, again, I agree with this statement because each student, if they are combined based on their different intelligence level, this will make a sort of a gang. This will make sort of groups in them. The high academical students and the low academical ones. This happens a lot in a lot of classrooms in almost every schools that we can see. And this will be something that will ruin the students' relationship with each other. And not only that, if the students' relationship crumble, the classroom climate will also be awkward. And this is definitely not a good thing. And my argument is also supported by cluster sampling of 165 girls and 205 boys from 13 different high schools. It said that classroom arrangements could influence students' performance. This is, of course, emphasized what I said in my second argument earlier. And not only that, through indirect architectural elements, it's also proof that visual factors and oral factors were emphasized as effective features on learners' performance. And this is also said, this will make the students' relationship with each other crumble, and the class environment and the class climate will be awkward. And of course, again, like I said, this is something that is not good at all. And with that, I conclude that this house will arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance rather than on their age. I close my speech. Thank you.